Welcome to another episode here, Doctors of Podiatry. This is a really interesting case for many reasons. I have a patient who, a while ago, presented to our office with bilateral plantar fibromas. Okay. I'm in the middle of filming. Plantar fibromas. Plantar fibromas are actually they're masses, benign, of fibrous tissue, rubbery tissue. We'll leave it at that. Okay, and this patient presented with bilateral, left and right. Okay, they could be asymptomatic or symptomatic. Asymptomatic, I mean that they're in a location where there's no pain, right? Where you don't put the weight. But in this particular patient, the fibromas, whether small or in this case they were a little bit larger, they were actually located in a weight-bearing surface. So every time that she walked, she would feel pain. So we decided to do the right foot first, and the right foot came out absolutely stunning. Waited a couple of weeks and we decided to pursue the left foot. Same location, same everything, same incision. But what happened to the left foot? The number one, right, the reason why a lot of people don't do this procedure, number one, it's on the bottom of the foot. What exactly does that mean? The number one and most, we'll just say the number one complication that we see the most, that we don't want to have, is a painful scar. This painful scar on the bottom of the foot can actually be more painful than when we first started with the plantar fibroma. And that's exactly what happened to this patient. She ended up with a painful plantar scar, right? You guys know I showed the good, the ugly, and the real ugly, and most importantly, complications that do occur. So, not to say that this was a complication, it was just, we'll call it a side effect from a procedure that was done on the bottom of the foot. Now, we put our thinking caps on, right? There's a couple of ways that we can get rid of that painful scar, right? This is the bottom. We'll look at the bottom of the foot, and just to give you guys an idea, the fibroma was right here on the medial. M for medial, L for lateral. So we made an incision, and we excised it, just like we would excise any other mass, right? This is the fibroma, and we removed it, right? So what happened in here? This is the inside, outside. In here, all of a sudden, the body, right, started to create this cocoon of scar tissue, right where we made the incision. Right? And what happened was that cocoon of scar tissue turned out to be like concrete in the foot. So now it's not just a mass. We went from a palpable, firm mass to concrete in the foot. Let's take a look. Oh, by the way, before we take a look, I decided to perform a percutaneous microtenotomy, which is a needling procedure. It's a very old technique to try to break, right? Right? Right, I took a needle and I went like this, right? I took a needle. Patient was numb. Bop, 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 bop. Why? Scar tissue has no blood supply. And this was the only way we can trick the brain into believing there's a new injury. If we trick the brain into believing there's a new injury, the brain will send all of that blood, just a rush of blood, a waterfall of blood with all these important cells to try to break down all of this. The last time the patient was here, I asked her, "How are you doing?" "I'm not good, Dr. Wagner." The patient left. At that point, because of the left foot pain, she was already placing a lot of weight on the right, which brings her in today, a really, really aggressive case of heel pain, plantar fasciitis. I came in and I asked the patient, right, "How's the left foot doing?" And the patient replied, "She's doing fine. Fine, great, no pain." So, talk about good news today. Let's take a look. Let's look at the good one first. As everyone can see here, give me.
Wait.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's the incision, and when I touch it like this, beautiful. No scar. No scar tissue. Come around here, I expect, please. Let's give everyone a really, really nice view there. Okay. Everyone, look at this here. You may not it may not be very clear on the video, but when I go like this is all, and it's still very, very firm. But it is significantly better. I would say 70% of that scar tissue is no longer there. It will take, stay here. It will take a long, long, long time, hopefully, for all of this tissue to continue, the body, for it to continue to break it down. It'll take time. I did give the patient the option of a possible second percutaneous microtenotomy, the needling procedure, and she looked at me like I had a medusa around my head. So we're gonna hold up on that. Phenomenal. We don't see a lot of these, and the ones that we do surgery do very, very well. But again, it's one of those side effects, complications from performing this type of procedure or any procedure on the bottom of the foot, a painful scar. www.jawspodiatry.com, Instagram, Dr. Tojam, Facebook, Jaws Podiatry, YouTube channel, Jaws Healthcare. Have a wonderful day, guys.